And we are live on, I always say hello to Mr. and Mrs. YouTube. I don't know who they are, but oh my God, did they change our world? Can you imagine? Do we even remember what life was like before we had YouTube? Do you know that's how my career started, was here on YouTube, was that I did those funny videos that you both have seen where I act like a crazy person, 12 schizophrenic personality traits, dressed in little outfits, riffing on my free associative thinking process. And everyone was like, "You're so funny." And I was like, "This is embarrassing. People are going to think I'm crazy." I mean, I thought I was crazy, and then finally realized I think they think it's funny, and you're not losing friends. It's okay. In fact, we've had 8 million hits in that one set of videos.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy how you embodied all 12.
And I've never done it since or before. So thank you, Mr. It's so crazy how that happened. Yeah, because I think I am a little bit funny. Well,
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini. I got 12 personality. I got a little more than 12. Let's not
Yeah.
count. So welcome to Andrea and Rachel. These are two students who have been through level 1, 2, and are entering into 3. They came in just like you are. Whoever's watching this, they didn't know. How did you originally find me, Andrea? I'm curious.
Okay, so I asked a friend who was knew more in general about spirituality and all things, the spectrum. And I said, okay, I feel like I need to learn astrology. What's your recommendation? And she was like, oh, Debra Silverman, by far. That's who you need. That's who you need. So Debra Silverman. I was like, okay. So I looked on Instagram and just sort of looked at you for a minute. Not long, it didn't take long. And then I said, sign me up. And it was perfect timing because this was like in August. And I mean, literally like 5 days before the school opened in August, before registration opened.
Wow.
So I got on it on the very first day to make sure I could get in. And yeah, it's never looked back.
So wow, that's the craziest story I've ever heard. So
and my friend Monique Catogio, she and her mother and our other friend Melissa also took levels 1 and 2. They had Tara as their mentor, and they're doing level 3 with me in May.
Oh my God, it makes me so excited. So you came in, I love that story. Now let's hear, I want to hear it again, but I won't do that. Go ahead, Rachel, you tell us your story.
Yeah, I mean, I have always been interested in astrology. My family has always discussed it. My great grandmothers were always talking about like their placements, but no one was a true astrologer. And so I kind of grew up thinking I was a Taurus because my birthday is May 20th and I'm a 0-degree Gemini. So it wasn't until I sort of dug deeper and I realized my true chart, which makes a lot more sense.
What was that like, thinking you were a Taurus when you were a Gemini?
I mean, I think I felt bad about how big my personality was with a Gemini sun and a Leo moon, and then Scorpio rising. Like, yeah, I'm really intense. I'm a lot of person, and I was like a little confused about it, and I felt bad. And so, sort of unlocking that truth really was a huge shift for me.
That's amazing. So that's such a profound revelation. Like, people play with astrology. This happens all the time. They flirt with it, but it really isn't. It's a scholar's practice because it requires I always tell everybody, get out your Windex. You're going to clean out your left brain. You're going to start studying again. You're going to write things down. You're going to get out your colored pens. You're going to get out your cards. It's so much fun. You're going to be a Gemini in disguise. But if you don't have a left brain, that doesn't make sense. If you're not disciplined or don't take this class, if you're not going to do your homework, that's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Because to your point, Rachel, the first step, when did you figure out you were 0 degrees?
It was earlier in 2020. And then, things really shifted in our year of 2020. And my industry I was working in shut down. And so I had all this space in my life. And I had the space finally to study things that I was really interested in and not just be working all the time. So I had been watching your videos on the moon placement and sun placement every day, and it was really changing my life, knowing that oh, this is why I want to clean my house all day today. Or like, oh, this is why I'm yelling at my husband today. Because yeah, it's really affects my life and everyone's life. And it allows me to be more compassionate. And so I just took the leap. I think I waited until like the very last minute to sign up.
Everybody does. Everyone's in this room right now. It's so annoying. I don't know why they do this. Well, can I ask you a question? I'm so glad you said that. Tell me about waiting to the very last minute. Tell me what that feels like, or I don't understand it, so I'm curious.
Yeah, I think for me it felt like a really scary and big financial commitment, especially with a lot of uncertainty in our finances. So that part I think was really holding me back. But I kept watching your videos. You know, you have like lives leading up to the class and like Zooms like this, and I was like, okay, and it was like, no, I don't know, I meditated on it, and it just like everything was pushing me to do it. And I will say, like, yes, you can just do level 1. For me, because I like am content starving as a Gemini, like I needed to immediately do level 2. I think even waiting that week between the two was like agony.
I love that content.
Same.
Never heard that term before. Content starving. I was content starving.
You are going to love the Star Library.
Yeah,
it will satisfy all of your content cravings.
I'm so surprised you haven't been in there. It's kind of shocking.
I know. I guess like I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's as easy as you go on to, how did you get it?
Well, also, let's just say there's a lot of content in Rachel's defense. There's a lot of content in levels 1 and 2, right? And then you also supplied, you know, we had access to all the, like the summit videos you did, where you did read like 25, 30-minute readings on the midheaven. And
so fun.
Oh my God, the synastry video totally changed my life. I think that was level 1 that we had access to that synastry video you did.
Mind blowing.
Yes.
I was like, what? And then I had to step back because there really is so much. You can like take a deep dive into any of these topics and then get lost and then be there for 3 days. And so what has helped me is, because you've created such a great structure for giving readings, it has helped me sort of structure my learning so that as I'm now giving quite a few readings every week, I'm able to go back and dig into the material from levels 1 and 2 and learn it almost in a new way, so that it's now personal for each person. And I'm hearing all of your lectures sort of with fresh ears every time, because now I'm really engaging with the material.
You're making my whole, I feel like
absolutely.
I feel like $1 million. So listen, I'm going to tell you this other thing that I don't know if you guys know this. In the spring, this is for everyone on YouTube, we're starting a new program called Continual Stars, better known as CS, Concise and Simple. And it's a way to just study, well, that's what you're doing right now, Andrea. But that's the...
Well, no, I'm not. I'm in the Saturn class, but I really wanted to be badly.
Well, you're in the beta group. Yes, but it will. You guys are going to love it. And Milena will be teaching, and oh my God, I know. I feel a little bit like the train is moving so fast, and I have so much Taurus. I keep saying slow down. So right now, all we're at is level 1 is on sale. If you're interested to enter level, you can get your money back after the first class if it doesn't fit for you. If you feel like it's a lot of money, and it is at this moment, you can think about doing level 2. It's a $3,000 commitment, both classes, and then you can start paying yourself back. What are you charging, Rachel, when you do sessions?
It depends. I've been charging on a pay what you can scale, because I am still, a student, but also readings are a lot of work to put together, and I really want to be able to offer them to a range of people. So, I've been offering sort of between $33 and $100 for a reading, and it really is like pay what you can. And I've had a great response. I've given 3 to 5 readings every week. It's been so much work, but truly, like, I'm getting faster, and I have like a real system now of how I prepare and how I prepare someone's notes so that I can really engage in the conversation and also have.
You're going to be an astrologer when you grow up, Rachel. I can see it all over you. Yes, yes. And that's not for everyone, but that's clearly what you're doing everything right. For how many years, I swear to you, and when I first started my business after being an astrologer for, I want to say 38 years, I came into the professional corporate level, and the people that were on the team said, Debra, you cannot do a sliding scale. And I was like, I have done a sliding scale my whole career. I would just say, it wasn't $33, but I would say pay from, like the lowest I would go with Milena was $50, and the highest I would go was $350. But I could tell, and so that's the way. And honestly, I, like you guys, did readings as soon as I learned astrology. After 3 days, I won't tell that story. The short answer is yes. You can charge, because you know what? They don't know where their Saturn is.
Yeah.
They don't know they have 4 planets in fire. No one told them, like in your case, Rachel. So that's valuable information that you paid for to study, and now you can teach it to others. Yes.
We had that discussion actually on the 11th house, in the 11th house on another channel. And somebody said, I don't have the birth time. Should I just put in noon, or should I go? And I said to her, I said, look, you should just go without a time, because there's so much in there that they don't know what their moon is. And like you just said, where Saturn is, I mean, you can really tell all the outer planets are going to be where they are no matter what. So there's so much to start with. And just a note on homework, I don't want people to be scared. There's a lot of homework. There is homework, and you have to do it, but you will want to do it. It will not feel like homework.
So much fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's a fun homework. It really is. It doesn't feel like,
I've got to. That's why, because you're doing self-discovery, and you're journaling, and you're memorizing. You're like so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we doing an Instagram live, kids, or are we just is this for our YouTube people? Card is open February 3rd. Class starts February 15th. Twice a year. You can finish level 1 and decide that if you want level 2. Don't even think about level 2. Just do level 1.
But you're going to do level 2 also.
Yeah, she's so honest. Regina's there. Anything else, Kristen, that we should cover, or anything we didn't?
No, we are going to wrap this up, and you'll go live on Instagram.
No. Are either of you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, Rachel, you want to come with me and meet me? Because I hate doing it alone.
Yeah, sure.
I wear little hats on my head, and it's a little embarrassing.
Do you want me to request to join when you go on?
You got it.
Great.
Okay.
I'm ready.
And thank goodness these millennials know their technology.
You can turn